If I asked you who was the company that sold most smartphones in the United States, what would be your pick? Because yes, it looks like even with all the shortages and delays, the winner of the list is not necessarily the most affordable phone manufacturer. If you've been waiting for the OnePlus 10 Pro to be released globally, the wait might be coming to an end. And even if nothing's said, we're not getting phones from them, some new tweets just got our hopes up, so to speak. I'm Jaime Rivera, and you'd think that during a pandemic, the most affordable products would sell the most, but nope. It's the other way around. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with Windows 11 and another positive story. It seems they're on a streak. We just got a new update that finally enables support for Android applications on Windows 11. Now, the Android app support is still in the preview stage, but the Amazon App Store is now available inside the Microsoft Store app with this new update. It brings a few thousand Android applications like Amazon's own Audible and the Kindle app. Of course, it doesn't compare to the Google Play Store, but there's still a ton of things to pick from here, considering it's just starting, and there's other improvements coming with this February update, like some tweaks to the taskbar. The time and date will finally appear on multiple displays, and there's now an unmute button, which will be available on Teams. We're also getting an updated media player and notepad applications, but anyways, let us know if you guys have gotten the February update of Windows 11, because listen, I'm still struggling to get it on my Surface Book 3, which is a complete irony. Let's switch on to nothing and cryptic teasers, because that's how the company pretty much moves. In an interview a few months ago, we were led to believe that Nothing would only be working on smartphone accessories like earbuds and power banks, but we might be getting more than just that. In the past few days, Carl Pei asked followers on Twitter what their favorite Android-based OS was and why, and Damian Wild replied that he would rather hear Carl's thoughts on the matter, and Carl replied, "You will soon." Now hear this one. Yesterday, Carl tweeted out back on Android, and the official Android account replied, "We've got a lot to catch up on, Carl." And then the Snapdragon account replied with 3 guys holding hands. Of course, Twitter might be fun and games, but with the way Nothing and Carl have been operating, this might be a clear hint that the company is working on giving us a smartphone. It's still early to predict, but a leak from last year did tell us that Nothing would be launching a smartphone in 2022. And keep in mind that Carl bought Essential exactly a year ago, so we'll keep an eye out on, because if we're getting a Nothing phone with OnePlus mentality, I'm actually all for that. Now, speaking of OnePlus and cryptic releases, let's talk about the 10 series. It's been well over a month since the company announced the 10 Pro, but it's still exclusive to China, and we still have no word on the global release. Now we have a new leak from Yogesh Brar and 91 Mobiles, and they're claiming that OnePlus is planning to launch the 10 Pro in India on March either 15th or 16th, and it's highly likely that the company will be launching the phone in other markets like the United States, the UK, Europe at the same time frame. The leak claims that the 10 Pro will go on sale on the 3rd week of March, and we can expect this global launch date to be revealed during their event for the OnePlus Nord CE2, which will be happening tomorrow, February 17th. Apparently, some of the specifications could change for the international variant, but we're still expecting a 6.7-inch display, Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, LPDDR5 RAM, and a 5000 mAh battery. Another interesting change is that we're reportedly getting Oxygen OS 12 instead of Color OS 12, for those of you who did not want to make the change. Let's see how that goes, and let's see if the price gets any cheaper than the 9 series, because that was a total weird one. And finally, for the hottest and official news today, let's talk about iPhones. If you remember, late last year we covered how Cupertino was really struggling to meet demand with the iPhone 13 series, where they were even putting out their Christmas specials early in order to get enough units. Now we have some new data from Counterpoint Research detailing the US smartphone market shares for the entire 2021. Cupertino started the year at 55%, and despite a decrease in Q2 and Q3, they managed to grow to 56% in Q4. Samsung trailed in second place all year, with their highest quarter being Q3 at 34%. Lenovo's Motorola also stayed consistent throughout the year, with their highest quarter being Q2 and Q4 at 12%. Finally, OnePlus is now in the top 4, and they went up to 3% during Q3. Apparently, LG's announcement in Q2 that they would be leaving the smartphone business gave an extra boost for Motorola and OnePlus to secure their growth. Now, going back to Apple, they managed to grow 19% year over year despite shortages, with multiple phones like the iPhone SE, which reportedly hurt their growth in the prepaid market. Anyways, Cupertino also saw a growth in China after the iPhone 13's release. But yeah, we still don't have the numbers for exactly which phones drove the most numbers. But in today's question, let us know, do you feel that Apple deserves their success in the United States? Because in my case, I would say that the iPhone 13 series finally is worth what they charge, given how much they finally caught up to certain trends. But at the same time, I feel that other companies are doing far more innovation for the same money. That's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media, so our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me debate results. But you can't just argue with them. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.